Stay focused. We could still be attacked at any time.
You'll be fine so long as the prince is here.
You do speak sense sometimes, thief. Here we go. Whoop. Here we go.
Any outsiders going to the capital are required to pass through a military checkpoint.
They turn back anyone suspicious, I gather.
Right. That's how they've managed to defend the capital from threat for all these years.
Traveling, old man?
A fair bit. I traveled all over in my younger days.
Nice. Did you ever run into trouble?
Every single time. This world's full of danger, after all. What goes through your head in the middle of a fight?
How I'm gonna beat the other guy to a pulp?
That's a start, but you might get better results by predicting what your enemy is going to do and reacting accordingly. You'll find it hard to lose if you're always fighting on favorable terms.
If we bust this down, I think we could make it through.
We interrupt this program for an update on the recent theft of an army tank. A sketch from an eyewitness has enabled us to identify one of the perpetrators.
Say what?
This man, spotted inside the stolen tank, has been identified as Rao, the 61-year-old sheriff of a small town to the north of the Central District, known as Apato Village. However, when we ran the fingerprints of this Sheriff Rao through a centralized database, we discovered a far more shocking truth. Rao is a mere alias. This man's true name should be familiar to every citizen of this kingdom, for it belongs to the military genius who became a general of the Royal Army at the tender age of 27. The legendary super soldier who protected Sandland from rebels and outlaws alike. Famed for his mercy and gentlemanly conduct toward even his fiercest enemies. The great, renowned General Shiva.
Huh?
A staggering development to be sure. For General Shiva has long been assumed dead, killed by the massive explosion caused when he protected Sandland from the attempted Peachy Rebellion.
Protected Sandland. What I did was murder.
Not only that, but his nearby home was destroyed in that same explosion, slaying his beloved wife and robbing the world of a star. The actress and musician, Sexy Terry.
Why didn't you tell me that was your wife? I'm mortified. If I'd known, I'd never have said...
Don't worry about it. I thought she was sexy too. That's why I asked her out.
But if she was your wife, why a magazine clipping?
Because all the photos I had of her...
Shiva! No. It can't be. Inform General Hari of this at once! And while you're at it, tell the news office to double the reward for Shiva! And to make an announcement that anyone found sheltering him will be severely punished!
Yes, sir!
Shiva, what are you up to?
Zayu, explain this! You told me we'd gotten rid of Shiva!
Shh! Keep your voice down, Your Majesty!
What? General Shiva? You mean... that? General Shiva? I'm going to be fighting a legend. Now that's what I'm talking about! Send out the tanks and reinforce our defenses at all locations!
Yes, sir!
So, what's the plan now? Old man?
Unchanged. We find that spring, but first... I'd like to swing by one of the radio towers under the Army's control east of here.
Huh? What do you want to do at a radio tower?
I have a message that I'd like as many people as possible to hear. And the radio equipment there will let me broadcast what I have to say nationwide.
Well, so it goes.
We should keep our distance from the Army base unless necessary.
I bet they've got loads of loot in there.
Can't argue with that, but somehow I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
Whoa!
At least that was sort of fun.
We should keep our distance from the Army base unless necessary.
I bet they've got loads of loot in there.
Can't argue with that, but somehow I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
If we can't talk you out of it, please at least try to be sneaky about it.